Okay, so let's go now through the menu items to explain different functions that we provide. First of all, there is this quick start option, and it permits you to start the aircraft automatically. We are very sorry, there is one bug that we have already the solution, but we are just dealing with some new development that we are doing for our Cessna and for the new release 1.70 that we prepare and that we would like to present to you as soon as possible. It is possible that when you have custom axis assigned to your joystick to control throttle and mixture, it is possible that the Autostart will not function. But if you click on the Autostart, usually the aircraft starts and it should start correctly. It will also start all of the systems. I will just mute the sound now so that I could hear myself. Some basic, very useful things. Of course, you don't see actually what is here, so you can click over here to hide the yoke and to hide a second yoke so that you could control the air conditioning levers. You can just hit the cabin, especially when the fog develops in some conditions. You should just pull those out so that you will have some ventilation. What's next? Let's go again back to the quick start menu. Cold and dark, that means that it will stop the aircraft. You know the cold and dark state, what does it mean? Secure the aircraft. It means when you look outside, it means that it will secure the aircraft with all the components that are in place so that you could leave the aircraft. Prepare for start, it means that it will again remove these items. Connect GPU is pretty self-explanatory. If the battery is drained out, you can just start the engine with connected GPU and then disconnect the GPU. Flashlight, it is very simple. This is a basic functioning and explain. If you just come to the aircraft during night and you just want to start it, you can use the flashlight. Okay, the camera. You have different options how to select different views. Actually, I will start by this smart camera option, as this is the most important setting. If you don't want our system, our Gfx system that moves your head, you can click Gfx off and it will be as in standard default X-plane aircraft. If you click here on the Gfx basic compatibility mode, it means that it will be compatible with some plugins, with Track IR, with X camera. It will just do some basic movement of your head. Practically it is moving your head in angles. The head doesn't move, but the view angle moves. If you use this Gfx advanced setting, it really looks great, but actually the head moves and there could be some incompatibilities there. Nevertheless, we are working in some kind of new features over here so that there will still be some compatibility with some external plugins and hardware there. Gfx Gain, it means the extent of the Gfx movement that you will experience. If this bothers you, you can just set it to a better value. Dynamic view, this means this is an experimental function. By default it is switched off, but actually there is some kind of AI looking outside behavior. So when you fly with the aircraft and turn, it will look in the turn a little bit, and if you just fly straight away and you are not banking too much, it will just look all around randomly. So maybe some interesting feature to make some videos. Some could like it, and maybe sometimes it will not be very satisfactory for you. Simulated walk is the basic feature that we provide, and we strongly recommend to switch this on, and it just controls the camera when you are walking outside automatically. Then there is the standard field of view option, which you know from the standard X-plane rendering setting. Okay, I just set it up like this. Then you have these different views that you can switch, fuel, copilot, passenger, and so on. And go outside and go inside. And now, if you are used to use the camera previews, the default keys for camera previews in X-plane, which are set by, actually these are numbers on your numpad. This works if you are in this Gfx basic compatibility mode. So 0 is this view, 1 is the focus on instruments, 2 is the focus on the radio, 3 is some kind of view right, 4 is a copilot station, 5 is a passenger view, another passenger view, and some other views, and 0 back to our normal view. If you are in this advanced mode, you will not, the camera will actually not move, but only the view angle will move. So therefore, there are those custom commands that we already set in, as it was explained in the previous video. So if you use Alt and these numpad keys, you will actually be able to do the same view settings that are there, and you can use it like this. That is all concerning camera option, and we will just maybe explain some more when we'll go outside of the aircraft. Weight and fuel. We'll just choose this camera so that we could view here, or maybe not. We will actually go outside, and we will do this by open the door and click over here and use our predefined keys. And I will maybe switch on the sounds back so that you can just hear what kind of wonderful ambient sounds are there. And we can just open also our baggage compartment. And now we go to the weight and fuel. And actually there is this logic. There is this weight of the pilot, but as we are outside, the pilot is not displayed there. If we put some weight to another passenger, the co-pilot seat, we see him here. If we just put some more passengers, we see them over here. Okay, and then if we just put some baggage, we see also the baggage. If we put 4 passengers, we see that we are out of center of gravity limits and exceeding maximal takeoff weight. So therefore we need to take a little bit less of fuel and just balance the fuel. And you see that the Cessna 172, actually when you just fill it up and when you put all the passengers and we put some baggage there, you really don't have too much weight left for the fuel. So now we are in the limit here. Okay, so this is weight and fuel panel. Settings, we have already explained this. I will go inside to explain some more things, more stuff. I will close the door. And those two, needles vibrations, those are the things that we didn't explain. It means that there is a vibration of the needles and there is this G effect. and engine vibration component. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Transpond the Vfr code. If you are located in the US or in Europe, the default code when you click on your transponder on VFR button over here, then you can choose what squawk code will appear. So this is the setting window. Controllers, we have gone through that. Here are some basic components of the aircraft that could fail, and if you want to repair them or to fail them, you can just click on it.
Battery voltage is getting low.
And to repair, for example, several components together, you just click repair all. If concerning these messages, so they appear here. For example, if you open the door and go outside,
the exterior manipulation mode is now active.
You see and hear the message. If you click audio off, you will not hear the message, you will just see it. Actually, you need to wait a little more time so that it doesn't... There is some kind of delay before the other message will appear, so that you are not very bothered with those messages. So when you wait a little more, it is there, and when you click this, it will not even appear. So those are messages on the left bottom side of the window. Checklist is here, so you can just scale the checklist as you wish, and there are different parts of the checklist. There is the content, and you can go through this and use the checklist. So that is all, folks, for this video, and I'm looking forward already for the next video.